Lama dang gombo jen zen jambe yang chan za lo gang ge lo zhen zhen ye zhen da nian dai nan dai ra sa ve jen ye den gen jen jen zen jen nian jen dong ga ra le pa Andai se be zen ra ma re men doi dong hai ge se Ronzo kun loi bon je tra je yan loi zhong jo yang de zhong zhai chen zhoi nye mo nye long len je zhong zhoi zhong zhong je ma re men se dong ai nyung go chen ye chen ze ran Dene da jian san jian tra zi yuan den den zoi jia zhen de wen zhe zha jiu dai jiu nian jian zhe la le men se jiang bei yang la de o ma ra ba za na de 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 o ma ra ba za na de 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 Om Rambanza Nai Zen Den Jin 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 Rai Wen Sen Ji Ole De Moi Memba Ra Sa Ne Ka Dai Den Je Yong Loi Dong Ba Yi Lun Zhen Bun Be Na Wa Sai Dui Sui Yang Zhen Da Wa Ren De Ba Hai Jong Zhen De Wa Ren De Na Bun Bui Jam Yang Je Nian Nian Ge Me Ba Yang Dong Wa Ren Shu Wen Sai Dr Zhen Ga Ren Shi Ren Zhen Be Mai Jen Ba Ni Shu Sun Zai Nam Nyang Den Den Jiang Zai Sun Gan Dre Lama Nan Lai So Wan De Ren Jian San Jian Nian Ben Tun Jian Zhen Dren Chen Zhun Tun Jiang Zai Ko Lun Jiu Nan Drai Sam Ye Nian Den Den Zhen Gen Chon Jirai Len Ben Sha Lai So Wan De Yang Ba Lai Chen Lai Ben Me Nam Ban Zhu Yang Se Lan Jie Yang Se Jo Som Ba Gan Ba Yin Den Den Ben Ma Yin Dong A Len Zhang Yang Yin Jen Ze Wang Bo Yin So Wan De Gan Dre Long Jie Be Re Nang Ai Chun Zhen Jie Nam He Xin De Lam Son Jie Re Men Den Zhen Yuan Den Jiang Zhen Xiang Lun Zhen Da Yin Xia Loi So Wan De O Men Chen Jie Yin Jie Po Zhang Nen De Zhen Zang Jie Gun Jie Ngo Ra Sen Chen Gui Wen Zhen Den Zhen Pa Ce Wei Le Me Xia Loi So Wan De Nama Ye Tam Ba La Yin Ge Dan Lu Dan De Yin Jie De Gong Da Na De Yin Ge Nam Dan De Wa Gun Jie Da De Tam Jien Ge Do Da Jie Che Den Do Ma Nam Ga Dan Yin Be Sim Jien Tam Jie Ma Nam Ga Dan Yin Be Sim Jie Tam Jie Nam Jie San Jie Jie Sa Lang Go Par Cha We Che Do La Tene Da Gi Thare Ambe Che Sam Mo Nyen De Nyam So Lang Wa Gyo Nyam Be Ngong Chang Ju Sim Sal Tab De Sembar Shu.
So again, please set the motivation, bodhicitta, that you listen to this teaching in order to establish all the sentient beings who have been our mothers on the and who are equal in extent into space on the level of complete awakening.
Kanshi Sembar Che We Che Di Tene Lame Tu Tu Pa Che Kun Sel Ji Ngon Ro Nga Ten Sa Che Ji Ten Ba Chang Ju Cho Di Sa
And the teaching that's being given today is on the preliminary practices, the extensive preliminary practices for the Guru's heart practice, the speller of all obstacles, which are titled "The Seed of Supreme Awakening." The liturgy for the preliminary practices adorned with clarifications. So within the general explanation of the preliminary practices, there's 5 topics. The explanation of the words preliminary practices is the first topic, and then the way that the preliminary practices are important, the extensive, medium, and short length preliminary practices, how the preliminary practices function, gather the accumulations and purify the obscurations, and the different types of preliminary practices. There's these 5 topics, and now we're on the 5th. So, and among the 3 types of preliminary practices, the preliminary practices of the material items, and the preliminary practices to the main part. We finished the first, and now we're on the second section. So is the key points of the body, key points of the speech, key points of the mind, and merging one's mind with the Guru's awakened mind. And we finished the first 3, all of those 3 key points, and now we're on the teaching on merging the mind with the Guru's mind. Okay, so now we're on the explanation of merging one's mind with the Guru's awakened mind. So the key points of body can also call the practice of the body. Yeah. So you can also call the key points of the body the practice of the body, and this consists of the 7-point posture of Vairocana. As for the key points of speech, this is there's an extensive way to do it, where where you exhale the stale breath with 9 repetitions, and then there's the more concise way where you exhale the stale breath with the 3 repetitions. And as for the key points of the mind, we have 2 set our motivation. So what that involves is giving up the non-virtuous motivation. And if we find we have a non-virtuous motivation, then we give that up. And if we find we have a neutral motivation, then we have to kind of change it, fix it. And among the virtuous motivations, the motivation of the individual of lesser scope and the motivation of the individual of medium scope are both also to be abandoned for us as practitioners of the Mahayana. So we have to abandon all these other types of motivation and then give rise to the motivation of bodhicitta, the conventional bodhicitta, and study with that motivation. So this is the key points of the body, the key points of the mind, or we can also call it the practice related to the mind.
Lamala solo atene tui seba sheba te tene malanzo sangi nyamen cheong du tene marangi jula tango chilapsi chugu yore.
So now for the fourth part of these preliminaries to the session is merging our mind with the Guru's awakened mind. And so when we are practicing the Vajrayana, we have to receive blessings as part of the practice.
Sangagi lamla shukengi kansa so loma tenzogi chilabgi lamla tengu yores chilabgi lamla matemba rangi gyula chilam mashugna tene kansa degi nyamlen kare chana ya tene loche ni ba de tugu yo mares marangzu tokcha di loli deba shi tugu yora nyamlen tokcha di ta tene lame chilam mashug yongdi tene loli deba di toyela be khabu cha tugu yore tendi lame chilam mashudi ani
and there's a verse that has to do with this fact that we have to take blessings, or to receive blessings when we practice the Vajrayana. And the verse goes, the path of the Vajrayana is the path of blessings. And if you do not receive the blessings of the Guru, then whatever you do will be kind of on the intellectual level, or it will just be your dualistic mind. It will just be kind of fabricated by your dualistic mind. So this means that if somebody is practicing the Vajrayana, they have to know how to receive the blessings of the Guru. And if they don't receive the blessing of the Guru and try to practice the Vajrayana, then their practice will be still at the level of this kind of dualistic fabrication or a dualistic level. And because what we are trying to realize and attain is something beyond the intellectual mind, beyond the dualistic mind. And if we don't receive the blessings of the Guru, then we won't be able to get beyond the intellectual mind or the dualistic mind in order to attain that state beyond the dualistic mind.
Tene sangagi nyamnende pe ting sapo tene topar kawa tene sangagi nyamnende pe jigo sabore ngarang so sosike bota uchi tene nyamnen cheona tene chemi topata kale khabo ta yore 다들 깔에 가보데 매발 서와자 가르치고 그래 질랍 주고 그래 자 질랍은 가르칠 거는 뉴바 람메기 질랍 뉴바 딩알라 슈바이나 니 뉴바 디요나 테네 상하기 냠네 띵 사보다 똑바로 까와당 니 지고 사보든지 약답 되고 잡고
This has to do with the fact that the Vajrayana is extremely profound path. It's very profound and it's very difficult to fathom, difficult to understand. It's not easy. It's a very heavy or not easy thing to do. So if we, as we are now, as ordinary people, we try to practice this kind of profound, difficult path without receiving the blessings of the Guru is not really possible. Because when we, but if on the other hand, if we do receive the blessings of the Guru, what it does is gives us some more ability or power that enables us to practice this path of the Vajrayana, which is so profound and difficult.
당한저 대하고 구요래 상하기 남라 슈경이나 강보 질랍 구요바디 하고 구요래 되네 질랍 슈베체도 아니 질랍 슈사기 유디 라마 찹도요래 대인디 라마라 솔와드네 라마라 라고 점센데
So we all have to understand this, why we need to receive blessings to practice the Vajrayana. And so the reason is what Drupla has just given is the reason why we have to receive blessings. And so now you all understand that. Who we receive the blessings from is the Guru. And this is why we lama la so
lama solo de tuyi sebasen sixjido lama la shebasto oje labdo gemzindir shusage yudi lama chabdo.
So now we all understand that we need to receive the blessings in order to practice the Vajrayana, and the person that we receive those blessings from is the Guru. So this is why it says here, supplicating the Guru and emerging his awakened mind with your
angila chilapshi koguyona tene chilapshi sagi yulde lama le nyewa yomare sangi chomden de dawzani chilapshi koguyona sangi chomden da nga par pe thagarbo ta sangi chomden de dang rangi lama gi parla thani bure ngarang dang lama gi parla pe thani bure chesang ngarang gi lama la solwa de ne tene lama le chilapshi ba ina tene lamta nyeware lama la chilapshi ne ragwa ina ne sanji chilap de rawu Karasana Sanji Chilap de Lama la delivery, Lame Chilap malady.
This is because there is nobody closer to us than the Guru who can give us these blessings. There's nobody who is more ready and available to give us the blessings. The Buddha, for his part, is not as available to us. But our Guru is actually very close to the Buddha. He has a direct connection to the Buddha. And then we have the direct connection to our Guru. So when we supplicate the Guru and ask to receive the blessing, receive blessings from the Guru, we will receive the same blessings that we would receive from the Buddha himself because of the direct connection.
Ne so sangi lamla shubaina chinabla tingu dwa ta chinab krong kawa tingu yore senadi soldebla tingu yore lamala soldeb sidwa soldebla tene chilab chuktu yore chesang chinab krong soldebla tingu.
So receive the blessings of the Guru to practice Vajrayana, and the method for doing this is to supplicate and pray to the Guru. And this is why it says here, supplicating the Guru and merging his awakened mind.
네, 솔데 코랑 가와라 땡구요레서 메귀라 땡구. 메귀.
So, and then if we then ask, what does supplicating depend on, or how does supplicating work? Supplicating depends on our devotion.
계란기 지락 주사를 유디 라마르도와 다 라마디네 안절로 가리고 그래 지나보고 여러 이기 전에 다 지나보고요.
So on the one hand, we need blessings, and then the source of those blessings will be the Guru, and the method to receive the blessings from the Guru will be to supplicate, and the supplication in turn depends on the devotion. So if we have a devotion and supplicate the Guru with devotion, then we will receive his blessings.
네, 진압대 라메 진압대 출 락탑 제바디 솔데베 드네 뉴르도 락탑 제바디 메기레.
So the method for us to receive the blessing from the Guru is to supplicate him. And then in addition to that, the method to receive those blessings quickly, in order to make that receiving the blessings much faster, that method is devotion.
그나 나랑라 잘라시 고기요나 미심바들 라부기도 나라 잘라치 테로나다 라부기도 솔데.
So, for example, if we need something from somebody and we know somebody that has that, then we will ask them, "Oh, can you please give me this thing that I need?" And this is actually a kind of supplication.
당아랑 저기 딘데기 미디라 잘라테로 제스는 솔와 데바인디 솔와 미디기 가르치그래 미디기 콜라 콩아기 이제 치사기 미래 콩알라 대바요레 다나요레 가와요레 딘데 연나 거기 잘라도 되기로 되나시를 여기서.
So then if this person that we're asking for something, if they view us, they will think about us asking for something from them, and then they may find, oh, this person is asking something from me, and they trust me, and they like me, and we have like a good bond, and they have a faith and a trust in me, and so on. They like me, so I will give them that thing. So this devotion in the context of supplication works in a similar way.
네, 메귀 셰바티 메 셰바티 내기 삼토 부고요레 내기 라마 봄토 부고요레 내기 라마 텐토 부고요레 텔라 메발라.
So the Tibetan word of mergu has those two syllables, me and gu. And the first one, me, has to do with the way of thinking or believing. So it's when we, for example, if we think of our guru, then we it kind of refers to being able to think of the guru and believing the guru is here, meditating on the guru, having that kind of a mental connection with the guru.
니에차윌라마디 고강라요 상천도 보고 니에차윌라마디 고강라 베탈레네 쇼도 삼바슨 검잡도 보고요.
So what that first syllable refers to is us being able to to really have the confidence when we meditate on our guru above our head. For example, we will have the confidence that my guru is here above my head, and I know he's here, I believe he's here, and so on.
그바 유기스 승리도와 구이바 생디 대곰 젠토바 곰토바 될라더니 구샵 제고비 구샵 맨나 단다 차이래 단다 차바이나 든 지랍 죽도 말 단다 제바 구샵이나 구바 구샵스기도 구이바스기도 구바 제바이나 드니 공 전부 다 중중 차드더니 지랍 죽어야 돼 드니 공라 구샵 가야면은 드니 먼저 단다 차고 근데 단다 차바이나 먼저 지랍 죽도 말
So with those two syllables of the word Meku, which we translate as a devotion, the first one has to do with being able to have a confidence or belief that the guru is there above your head, for example. And then, but when we do that, when we have the guru above our head, we have to have the component that's indicated by the second syllable in the Tibetan word Meku, which is a ku, which refers to respect or veneration, doesn't say. So at the same time that we are confident we have the guru above our head, at the same time we have to have a sense of respect and veneration. Otherwise, if we don't have this sense of respect, then we will be treating the guru as an equal. And if we're treating the guru as an equal, then we can't really receive blessings from him. You can only receive a blessing from somebody higher than you. So we have that element of respect and veneration also. So to receive the blessings of our guru, devotion is extremely important. So there's another verse that talks about the devotion, which says the guru who has the four awakened bodies, the four kayas, that guru of four kayas, which is like the snowy slopes of the mountain, if the sun of devotion doesn't shine on the snowy slopes of that guru, then the blessings of the water which is like a blessings, will not flow down. So therefore, you should take care to practice devotion.
네, 라마 쿠시 강리스도 그죠. 라마 뒤에 되니 강리 깔고 견매봐. 탈락만 거백이 강리 깔고 라버식 라마지 되네 라버식이라. 다 강리 뒤에 다음 라마 되네 술라 지랍 주고구요나 가르에서나 되니 님의 것을 님에게 최고구요래서 지랍 쇼와디 최디 가르에 님의 것을 가르에 묘기 자.
So in this verse, the image is of a snow mountain, a really beautiful, completely kind of perfect snow mountain with no dirt and no faults in it, which is likened to our guru. And then our devotion is likened to the sun, or more specifically, the warmth that comes from the sunlight.
이메기 것을 최첨부시 갭매나 되니 강리 깔고 예나양 되니 강리 되네 추용답이 말 남시 창무 제 강리 깔고 예되나 추용도게레베 추용도 말와 강리 깔고 되네 추용도 버져발 가리고 추고라 메고고라 메 니마다부 짭이오나 매당 저 니마 따비의 잡용도 근데 강르드네 추 마대랑 된 토비로 라마 요마라고 강르라 에드네 셔스
So it's only with the warmth of the rays of the sun that the snow on that snow mountain would be able to melt. If there's no there's no sun or no warmth contacting that mountain, then it will just stay snowy. The snow will remain as snow; it won't melt into water, right? So what do we need is warmth of a fire, and when the fiery warmth of the sun strikes that snow mountain, then it will melt the snow into water.
근데 강른이 추구구이나 추구구도 최대 가르쳐들에 단다 매기 차도 매기 슉 전부 요데 되니 님의 왜저 차보데 강를 포반하시래 저랑 매기 요나 되니 된데기 매기 예배기 깨기 강리데 쉬용 강리데 쉬와테 되는 거랑들 지랍 주고 그랬어.
So in this analogy, the warm rays of the sun are devotion. And when, just in the same way that when the warm rays of the sun strike the snow mountain, the snow will melt and the water will flow down. If we have devotion to the guru, then it will be just in a similar way that the rays of the warm rays of the sun will strike the snow mountain and melt the water. There's no choice for the snow but to melt and to flow down.
Right. Same megi dela nindenjes kerana chila bugu yona tene ngarang je semji megi dela pe sap chegu yores takwa megi chegu yores lama.
So therefore, and the last line of the verse says, therefore, take care to develop devotion in your mind. So this means that we should take effort and take care to develop devotion to the guru.
Tene chinab shube kabla thambu lama. Tene lama tela solwante pa. Tene lama tela megi cheonde, tene lama chila ma shonde tui sewa senchagres.
So therefore, we have first of all received blessings from the guru. In order to do that, to supplicate the guru, and also have devotion when we supplicate the guru. And when we supplicate the guru with devotion and receive those blessings, what will happen is that our mind will merge with his awakened mind.
촉직네 때나 tene lamala solwate tui seba shebate lamin nang diba rabishres.
One way of looking at it, this practice of supplicating the guru and merging our mind with his mind is a very concise form of guru yoga.
Kadinangla lamala solwate bas kata sodiki tsikdi wala yores. Ina yang di sodiki tsikdi tene ngondo korang nang yom mares. Di sodiki tsikdi yore di tsikdi tene ngondo ki telwa nang yores.
So there are some verses below here which are verses of supplication to the guru. These verses are actually not in the preliminary practice text itself, but they are actually found in the commentary on the preliminary practices. So the first line of the supplication we will show you later when we get it is Belden Tawe Lama Rinpoche, a glorious root, precious roots guru.
Nada panggil itu tidak ada. Di mana? Untuk penciptaan itu. Tahu jadi. Jangan mentoy mereka konsen.
Somebody.
Ini tu mereka.
The many as we. Tidur. Tidur.
Tiada sana.
Tidur.
Di mana lama langsung terdekat lagi. Macam apa yang saya untuk pemerintah.
Okay, we will try to get it's the this is the I think the file is called the awakening from the sleep of ignorance verses. You can find that. It's in a different file. Well, if we can't find it, then we'll try to do.
Dalam tangan itu lama la soal deba laura tadi sekijiwa soldem kerjigo dijigo. Paden cawe lama rembuche dagi jur pementen juga. Kadin cembu kone kusung tujuh ngurut satu sos.
Okay, so so anyway, the verse goes, precious, glorious root guru, please sit on the lotus seeds above my head, on top of my head, and take me in with your great kindness and bestow on me the siddhis of the body, speech, and mind.
Tadila paldin shepati ne palsena hindem bezum sopala kukure. Ta yenden de la ni zamjina palsena yana tokbe taki tuwa tuji shinji mimbachila palsik.
So to explain a little about this verse, the first line says, glorious, precious root guru. And here the word glorious, you can understand the glory in two aspects. On the one hand, there's the guru is glorious in the sense that he's liberated himself through his realization. And then on the other hand, that ripens others through compassion.
Nibatela palsende ane khorwagi khorwa tang shwanyang deji tini lekre chok changma ta dende ba shila palsek.
And another way to understand this word glorious is to understand that he possesses all the excellence, all the excellence of Sara and Nirvana.
Ta 대답을 수레에서나 자위 라마데 차 된디 발된 자위 라마를 보체스.
And the person who has this kind of glory is the guru, the root guru. So this is why it says glorious, precious root guru.
Ani de lamala chawa la kore lab ge bi jamjene karasana tene lamala tene tene kasugure chedi digi chimen digi tene sanjeji kubantu digi tam je tene chawa lamala tene yuguyo tendi lamala chawa la bare chawa yena tene yala khale khale kigro chawa mena yala kiye mero lama chawa lama dila tene tene rangi jula tene yala yenden mangpu thamje tene chawa lama dila tene tene yala mangpu kitu yores tene lama la chawa la bajumje deres.
So the guru is here referred to as the root guru, glorious, precious root guru. And the reason for this is that the guru is the source or the root of all the happiness of this life and the next life, the happiness of liberation, the happiness of the Buddhahood. And so just as if one has just as if there is a root of a plant, then slowly all of the rest of the plant will grow out of that, the leaves and fruits and flowers and so on. So in the same way, it is from the root guru that all of this happiness will come about.
lama ki deshi kondo shi saura ta rinpoche sheba de nurbo lo kogu yore ngarang suji nurbo rinpoche la tene sola gyaba ina tene ngarang la kwegi gyunur rongji kare yobate nurbo rinpoche ni jungu yorwa te nangshin ngarang suji lama de nurbo rinpoche nangshin ngarang la kwegi se dechin yigi digi tamje lama dele tene yungu yore tene nurbo rinpoche nangshin di lama rinpoche labar.
And then another way to understand the guru is that he's like a jewel, precious jewel. So this is also referred to in the verses as a glorious, precious root guru, or the glorious jewel root guru. Because just in the same way that we have a precious, wish-fulfilling jewel, and we can pray to that jewel or supplicate that jewel, wish-fulfilling jewel, for anything that we need, and it will come about. We will be able to attain it, anything we need through supplicating the wish-fulfilling jewel. In the same way, by supplicating the jewel of a guru, then anything good that we need in this life, the next life, liberation, and so on, we will be able to obtain it. So this is why it's referred to, the gurus here referred to as the precious guru or the jewel guru, you can also say.
tenregi kyujedan tenre palden tsawe lama rinpoche de kawashagore sandagi chiur pe me tenshula negi chiwe gangla chiwe gangla pema gi tenji gangla shus.
And such a precious, glorious root guru, we ask him to sit on the lotus throne, which is above our head. So at the top, at the crown of our head, there's we have the lotus throne, and then we ask the guru to
rangi chiwe pe me tenji gangla shuk me ani lama ki cutting beauty la cutting chembo la ndi cutting chembo kone tini nga suma yindi kone jesung de nga kongi la me jesu sung de esla.
Is in the next line when it says, accept me through your immense, it has to do with what the guru can provide us with, which is the empowerments and the transmissions and instructions, and also clothing, food, and the dharma. So this is the way that we are taken care of or accepted by the guru. This is with this kind of immense kindness.
Karesena tene langdorgi niede lame pengire tene wanglung tresumde lame nangire tene toge shosumde lame nangidoa tendi tendegi gone lame nangne nga Jesus sungwaina te kadin chembore.
So this is what the guru provides us with, isn't it? He tells us, instructs us as to what we should do and shouldn't do, what is good for us to do and what is good for us to not do. And he provides us with the empowerments and the instructions and the transmissions and also can provide us with clothes, food, and the Dharma. So this is how he will take care of us or accept us, as translated there. So this is very. This is what's meant by immense kindness.
텐제기 같은 기 드네 말라 제수 송용도 드네 말라 가린 뜨고도 람나 남말라 예베 꾸디 구송투지 남말라 예베 꾸디 말라 고구두스 남말라 예베 송데 말라랑 뜨고두스 남말라 예베 톡디 말라 자 고구두스 텐제지 모두 달라 자도 솔라바.
And then, as he is accepting us with his immense kindness, what we need also is the siddhis of the wisdom, form, speech, and heart, or you can also say wisdom of body, speech, and mind. So his awakened body, we need that for ourselves. We need to have his awakened body, and we need to have his awakened speech also, or the wisdom form and wisdom speech as is translated there. And we need his awakened mind, or the wisdom heart also. So this is what we are asking for from the Guru.
Adi sikshi dinala tene so de tene lama gomba de sik tingu res shorla solde yang tingu to
Lama Gomba.
gomba
Oh.
lama sade bitsi.
So the main expressed in this verse is the meditation on the Guru, because we're meditating on him above our head, and it's described here. But then at the same time, it's also describing the supplication to the Guru at the same time.
타데이 값소 mikpasalde te 가르치고 그래 스나트니 마랑기 지we 땡라 투강기 땡라 테니 멘도 에마 karbotan marco tema de 땡라 테니 다위길 거치 콤 텐 다위길 거 강라 테니 ngorangi 차벨라 마임발라 테니 남바 구rum부체 테니 카도 땅 소타 땅 테니 슈당 땅 제바 탈라메 살보 콤고 요레스.
So the way that we have to visualize the Guru here is that above one cubit above the crown of our head, which is about the length of your forearm, about the length of our forearm above our head, is a lotus throne, white and red. And a white and red lotus, and then there's a moon disk on top of that lotus, and then sitting on the moon disk is Guru Rinpoche, form of Guru Rinpoche, but the nature of Guru Rinpoche there is our own Guru, and so we have to visualize him with all his appearance, clothes, and accoutrement, and so on, really clearly in that way.
Yes, marangi kata solo kompo yes. Sorry, namati.
Oh, so this is why it says on the throne, lotus throne above my head. So he's there about one forearms length above the crown of our head, and he should be facing the same way that we're facing.
Tadela marangi tsawila matan shuye samba chemba mugichi. Tsawila mangoi samba tabu tela mebachi. Ini tela marang tela thalmajane yang tela kuba.
So we should have the true confidence that our Guru is really there above our head, and have that confidence, and at the same time have this attitude of respect and veneration, those two elements of devotion. So this is what we need to receive the blessings of the Guru is devotion. And so if you remember, this has the two elements of really having a confidence that and a certainty that the Guru is really there, having that belief and certainty that the Guru is really there on the one hand, and then also putting our hands together, putting our palms together and having an attitude of respect and veneration. If we have those two elements of devotion complete, then we will be able to receive the blessings. So this is how we have to meditate for this verse here. This is what I've just taught, Drupla said. So the first verse, that verse that we've just gone over, is like the way to visualize or meditate on the Guru. And now what is coming is the supplication itself.
Sanje tham ji Rinpoche Chen, Dagi Jumila Kewa Chinjil So, Sidney Law Sons of Watch and Lamcho Tarjim Chinjil Sanje Tham Chinjil So.
Supplication goes as follows. The embodiment of all the Buddhas of the 3 times precious Guru. I supplicate you to bless me that I will be ripened and liberated, and I supplicate you that the extraordinary realization of the profound path you, that I may be able to complete the path of the luminous great perfection in this very life. So this those 4 lines you have to repeat 3 times this supplication. So supplication here is here supplication means to request something. Screen now is this supplication.
Debedu, Mombedu, Tandagidu, Sanges,
Get into the words of the supplication. There are 3 times referred to the past, the present, and the future, and then the Buddhas, that refers to those beings that have exhausted, completely eliminated all faults from themselves and attained all qualities, all special good qualities. So then when it says essence of all the Buddhas, that means that this Guru, Master, his nature is the same as all the Buddhas 3 times.
Yes.
So who is it that is the essence of the Buddhas of the three times? That is our guru.
네, 이제 라마디 아니 렘부치 나시레스 다 이제 뜻이 이공도 시소.
And that guru, furthermore, is precious, and this I've already explained a moment ago. The jewel precious or a jewel master.
첸 셰바데 계란기 시기레스 계란기 하고 그래 라바.
And then it says, "Think of me." Way to understand that is that it also actually means what it's actually saying is also you understand everything.
다 라마스데 상계 탐지지 랑신앙 데베 상계 탐지지 줄바 몽 상계 탐지지 중궁 단다 상계 탐지지 자삽인디 되니 라마스인디 상계 탐지지 모자 상계 탐지지 랑신 상계 탐지지 직바.
And the way that our guru is the essence of all of the Buddhas of the three times is that he is the emanation or the manifestation of all of the Buddhas of the past, and he is the source of all of the Buddhas of the future, and he's the representative of all of the Buddhas of the present time. So in that way, he's the essence of all the Buddhas. He's actually equal to all of the Buddhas.
그러나 되니 상계 탐지지 제바데 라멘낭 용두 되니 라마디 상계 탐지지 랑신 차도고 칸에서나 데비 상계 된소 네사와레 단다 도된 난구요 말에 데비 상계지 제바데 수난고레 단다 라마기 난구요레 몽 상계 탐지지 단다 중예레 중요 말에 몽 상계 탐지지 제바데 수난데요 단다 라마디 난데요레 단다 상계 탐지지 양드니 싱라 펩사와레 다 단대 상계 탐지지 제바디 윤종은 소리 라마디리도 그래 라마디 상계 탐지지 다랑 신차데스.
So also the one who is carrying out the activities of all the Buddhas is also the guru, because the Buddhas of the past have already left and they're not carrying out their activity anymore. And the Buddhas of the future have not yet arrived, and so they are not carrying out their activity. And the Buddhas of the present,
상계 탐지 공부대 공부 추진 수템바레. 다 균종은 제바 균종은 수종 남이종.
And the Buddhas of the present, the Buddhas of the present era have also entered into the sphere of cessation, the sphere of nirvana. So they're also not performing their activities. So in this way, our guru also is the one who's continuing their activities.
하나 되니 단 자위 라마테 아니 자위 라마테 아니 갈수고래 자위 라마테기 툭데 되니 상제지 랑신 차도요 대인디 상제지 뭐 라마테.
And also the mind of our guru is actually he has the same realization of the awakened mind of all the Buddhas. So in that way also our guru is the essence of all the Buddhas of the three times.
다 된대지 라마는 뭐지 켄 나디 다 라마 케지 나 가와 땅고고요래 나 가와 로고요래 계란기 시기레스 나 사자 가와 땅고이나 계란기 땅로나스 나 사자 가와 샤고고이나 계란기 샤고로나스.
So then when it says think of me, this can also understand this in a slightly different way than it's translated, which is that it means you understand, and what the sense of that is that we are saying that it's the guru, is our guru who knows where we should go. It's the guru who knows what we should do, what is the best for us, and so on. So what we're saying is, whatever I should do, wherever I should go, whatever is best for me, you're the one who knows. Yeah, that kind of sense.
켄 쉐바디 로데 라마라 템바 로데 링주르 라마 템바 라메 가르쳐나체 달라미 쉐 라메 차로 유나유 라메 알라 야고 첸나체 라메 알라 독자 첸나체 라메 켄마이 삼다 딜레이 로데 라마라 템바 스
So the sense of this thing, when it says ken, doesn't necessarily mean there's this other sense too. So it means what it refers to is entrusting ourselves completely to the guru, giving ourselves over completely to the guru. So we are really we're taking on the attitude that wherever you send me, that's where I will go. That is what whether you send me somewhere good, that this is where I will go. If you send me somewhere with the suffering, then this is where I will go. Wherever I have to go, whatever I have to do, it's in your hands, basically. So this is the sense of that ken, the word Lama Rinpoche ken, is that we're giving ourselves over completely and entrusting ourselves completely to the guru.
문내체나 되니 라마킨 라티고 된 라메기 독자체나야 될 대바마로 라마킨 라메 양부체나 라메 가르침 보이 선 라마로 로데 셈지 고구요라 된데는 라마킨데 등산양 칸이 라마킨 라메기 독자된데 죄송나 라망알라 독자체기도 땅알 라마 대바 책임이 있는데 마무도 된데는 켄스기 말다.
So this the expression ken is a Lama Rinpoche ken. This is what it means, and the attitude that we should have, and the attitude that this expression is referring to when we say this, Lama Rinpoche ken, is that even if the guru does something which we perceive as harming us, or does something which we don't like or causes us suffering, then we will not lose faith in the guru. We will maintain complete faith in the guru no matter what he does. And so nowadays there's many people that will mouth these words, Lama Rinpoche ken, Lama Rinpoche ken. They will say that, but then when the guru does something they don't like, then they will say, "Oh, I didn't like what he did. I'm not going to have faith in him anymore," and they will lose faith. So this is actually not the right way, and this is not the attitude that we are expressing when we say Lama Rinpoche ken.
켄 랍사디 만한저 르응아 예솜디 라메 가르쳐나양 공기 제쳐버다. 라메기 결혼 사세는 사야레 라메기 결혼 육 라메 도야레 라메기 결혼 데 라메 데레 라메기 결혼 수초년에 제라는 제레 된데라 켄 라버다. 라메 가르쳐는 켄기레스 공 가르쳐는 고나레스.
So yeah, this is what is meant by ken. When we say Lama Rinpoche ken, is basically whatever he wants to do with our body, speech, and mind, then it's in his hands. He knows what to do. He can do it. If he says to us, eat this, then we eat it. And if he says to us, go to this place, then we go there. If he says, stay over here, then we stay there. If he says, go practice the Dharma, then we will go practice the Dharma. So the meaning is that whatever happens to us is the guru who knows. He's the one who is in his hands. He's the one who has who's able to know about it.
Angul lama chen, siti lama charang shigre lab, labare. Ta lama charang shigre labditini lama choba mandaba tabustong, yana lama charang la tupcha laba tabustona, te charang yang ata di lama insamare, na lama di tengi me sido. Tini lama she lave yomara, lama she tsana lama kari lama yang kongi shigro, she bi kone labgiro. Tini charang kita lama insamare na malaban lama she chagmar, lama chen chagmdo.
So this is the meaning of ken there, is that the guru knows whatever happens, it's the guru who knows. So if somebody sees their guru doing something they think is strange, or they don't agree with something the guru does, then they may say, "Oh, if this person is not really my guru. I don't really have faith in them anymore." This kind of thing. In that case, then they don't really believe that the guru knows. They don't really believe those words when they say Lama Rinpoche Ken, because whatever that guru did or said that this person found strange, that person obviously doesn't think that that guru is knowing what he's doing and knowing what he's saying.
Lama chen, lama shigre labre. Lama kari shigre esna, dagi juminjing torwa sing ane mingo gudu, negi judi torgo gudu, tati lama shigre esongar.
So this is the meaning of the word ken, is basically that the guru knows, or you, my guru, you know. And then we're then asking him to grant a blessing so that our mind is ripened and liberated. So we need ourselves to be ripened and we need to be liberated. So we ask the guru for this.
다 다기 마랑기 주민버 제발 가리고 그래 왕구구예. 라메 왕구구요. 라메 왕 구구구예. 라메 킹기요래. 마랑라 왕구구요래. 주민버 제발. 세상 means.
And so in order to have to ripen ourselves or ripen our minds, we need empowerment. So this is why, and the guru is the one who knows how to grant empowerment and so on, and therefore how to ripen us. So we're asking him to ripen our minds.
Gidolor chebala tene tishegu. Tendegi tishegu ba nami kingiyore tene ngarangi te hagogu yore.
And then in order to be liberated, we need to receive instructions. And it is again the guru who knows how to give the instructions. He knows what instructions to give and so on.
Tendegi wangur ane juishe tishebaina ane ngarang mintu ngarangi judi trotu bachagu ore. Tende chakto bar change lab to solo lab.
So we were able to be ripened through the empowerment, through receiving empowerment, and we are liberated through the instructions of the guru, and therefore we're asking him to bless us. This is why we ask him to bless us to be ripened and liberated.
다 딘데기 주멤버 제발라 왕gur 규톨월 제발라 티시용도 테니 텔라 텐데 테니 냠랭 가르치고 그래서 sablamji tokpa khebar chinjula khebar chinjilabdo so sta kirimdang zorimji tokpa samolamji tokpa kirimdang zorimji tokpa khebar chinde ani negi jula khebar chinjilabdo so.
So the Lama will ripen us through granting us empowerment, and then he will liberate us through giving us instruction. And then we have to practice and progress along the path, and this is what's referred to in the next line. grant your blessing so that the distinctive realization of the profound path is born in my mind. So this refers to the profound path, refers to the practices of development stage and completion stage. So we also are asking the Guru to grant us the realization of those profound practices.
tendeji sablamji tokwa chebar kirimdang ngarang lamegi shingyore tene ngarangi thela togu yore tene tendegi tokwa te ngegi gyula tene lame kewar tene chinjila to sol.
So is the Guru who understands the because of the lamegi tokwa
lamegi shingro 다시 당시 왕구르고 라메 시그로 대나시 ngarangi gyula tene sablamji tokwa kigo de lame shigro 시양 등 나라에 살음지 똑바 고유로 이름 좀 근데 길게 버친지다 또 소스.
So it's the Guru who understands the realization of the profound path. He's the one also who has the realization of the profound path, just as he understands how to grant empowerment and ripen us and give us instructions and liberate us. So and we need, this is what our goal is, to attain that distinctive realization or special realization of the profound path. So this is why we're here asking him to grant our blessings that we give rise to that realization.
네, 체디니라 오산 적바친데 남쪽 타르침 친지라도서 라 체디니라 세르가서 tene yurungu nyamne chene kyo mangbo nyamne chene de sege 고방 도바도 많이 봐 세디랑라 미세디랑라 그리고 세디니라스.
And then the final line says we grant your blessings that I complete the sublime great perfection in this very life. So we are the one point here is that we are not asking to complete the path of the great perfection in a very long time, over several lives or many lives, but actually in this life that we have right now.
세디니라 오산 적바친데 남초 세디 까다 특제 전국 태갈기 남 초도 줄바서.
And then the path referred to here by the path of luminous great perfection is the practice of primordial purity of cutting through, and the practice of the spontaneous perfection of the direct ascent or direct transcendence.
tene 상하게 남네 남초도 줄바데 tene 까다당 특제니래 특제당 더갈니래 근데 딘데지 남초스라.
So the most supreme of all practices of the great perfection practices of cutting through Treksha and the direct transcendence of Tugel. So this is what's referred to by the sublime path of the luminous great perfection.
타르침바 세디캅소 테니 만한도 냠낸 제네 테 냠낸 남라 네디바 마이바 판 레불라 톡투바 레불라 친송올라 타르침바 라바.
And then when it says grant your blessings that I complete the path, what that refers to is not of still training or still progressing down the path, but rather arriving at the stage of the fruition or the result.
네디젤라 소완데서 라마르 보체 동웨부터 전진치지제 칼멘달라 레사켈레미 프리에메투가 진지로 셔바데타 아니 라마라 소데 개바체나 라마 장도에 된 거고요. 라마라 소데 디바체바이나 되니까 라마 장도에 소데 디바데 디레스.
And then there's another verse after this, which says, I supplicate you, precious Guru. I call out with great longing, O kind Lord of the Dharma. I, who am unfortunate, I have no other hope than you. Please grant your blessings that your awakened mind and my mind will be merged. So this is the final verse here. And if you want to do an extensive version of this supplication, then you can recite the entire text of calling the Guru from afar. But this verse here is the shorter version. If you want to do the shorter version, then this is a kind of one verse, really short version of the, this is really one really short one verse version of the calling the Guru from afar.
다 솔로 대비인 소리 솔로 솔로 대비인스나 어떤 건다 다디 솔데비 조 되네 투이세베 솔데레 다징하는 저 라말라 솔로 때문에 투이세바 랍선 두 담보 라말라 솔로 데바 제발 라마 살데 치고도 발된 자벨 라마 측시디 살데체 두면산지 담제네 진지랍도 솔 바트도 솔데체 다 솔데찬에 투이세바 라말라 솔로 때문에 투이세베 치기 다디드레
So this final verse, which is the one verse short version of the calling the Guru from afar, this is the verse in which we merge our mind with the Guru's awakened mind. So there's a sequence in this text that we recite where the first verse is the verse where we instructs us how to visualize the Guru above our head, right? And then the second verse, which is here on the screen, it says, think of me, or you know, Guru, precious Guru, you know about essence of all the Buddhas for 3 times and so on. That verse is the verse of supplication. And then from calling the Guru from afar is the verse in which we finally merge their minds together.
So
this verse goes, I supplicate you, and then who is being supplicated is then immediately follows. It's the precious Guru. So what Depso Lama Rinpoche, I supplicate you, precious Guru.
So the Jindrade, then Tsewegi Konipugins, Tungwe Peto, Tinjan Chijis, Tsewegi Konipugins, Tsewa Yogi Jumzen Harrison, Kinagi Tingenres, Chugi, Zodos Resor.
And then the way that we are supplicating is out of love, which is described in the next line when it says, I call out to you with the longing. It means that we have a real love for the Guru when we supplicate him, because he is shows such immense kindness, which is described next, where it says, "You kind Lord of the Dharma, I call out to you with longing."
Kalme Dala Resa Kelemes, Kalba Sangi Jalveti, Kalba Mepa. Gurumbuche Jalveti, Kalba Mepa. Tindeji Kalme Dala, Tatanda, Sujal to Gudu, Lama di Kerang Jal to Gudus. Tatinde, Nagi Resa Japsata, Cholemado Shemis. Yoshuna Kerang Leshimbabnes, Jamsuna Kerang Leshimbabnes.
So then the next line goes, I who am unfortunate, I have no other hope but you. So we are unfortunate because we are not able to meet the Buddha. We're also not able to meet Guru Rinpoche. but the one person that we can protect us and who we can go to for refuge and for help is our own guru. So that's why it says, I have no other hope than you.
kalme dak sido kalba me ba teni khari kalba mere sangi jaye ki kalba yo mare guru mu che ke jaye ki kalba yo mare ya ke bu ima ke wa khoma khoma de ki teni tuttal tin chu ngan jaye kalba mero da la ma chu da ngara la kalba su yo re tanda jaye ki kalba su chung re kiran chung re den za nga re sa shu za de kiran yin su
so it's we're saying I who am unfortunate. So that means that we did not have the fortune to meet the Buddha or any of the other masters who have appeared on the earth, but we do have the fortune of meeting our own guru. So this is why he is our hope. He is our only hope.
tanga rewa japsade kerang le meba indi kerang ki thuk ngagi yi irmen trene tene nga kerang rabu tene change la do so la.
And since he is our only hope, we're asking him to we're asking that his awakened mind, he make it so that his awakened mind is merged with our own mind and that they become inseparably merged.
mepache koipache so de thengmasum doyong backup tene digitala so adso shebe kapse tene gurumbuche wodo shune tene ngarangi subunna timne tene ngarang tene gurumbuche rago chaksong samne tene digitala khayang matembe ngala tene nyamshage ngala shapores.
And then so at the end, after we have recited these verses, supplicated the guru, and asked him to merge his mind with ours, with the attitude of confidence, conviction, and respect in the guru. After we've done that 3 times, then the Guru Rinpoche above our head will so dissolve into light and then enter into our own body, and then we should again have the confidence that we are completely, we have become the same as Guru Rinpoche, and the Dhamala. And then so we become the same as Guru Rinpoche, and then we just rest in meditation without thinking. So if you have been introduced to the nature of mind and practicing nature of mind through your guru, then at this time, then you should rest in the nature of mind. And if you are not doing that practice yet, then it's good to just rest without really thinking anything, without having any kind of mental activity. And so the guru that we visualize above our head has the form of Guru Rinpoche, but the nature of our own root guru. This is the conventional guru, or the relative guru, so to speak. And then after we have merged our mind with the guru's awakened mind, then this is the ultimate. So today in the internet connection was not, and maybe there were some parts of the teaching may have been not so clear or cut off. But anyway, now the time has come to an end. So we'll now together make the dedication and aspiration prayer.
Sonam de damje zegba ni topne nyebe danam bamje de genga nache balam Drupla sibe zole ro andro wara isho.